coming.
I asked him to be my friend.
Morning, Paul.
Good morning.
Good morning, Paul.
How are you?
Very well.
Good. Lovely and peaceful down here, isn't it?
Yes, we got the birds. Peace and quiet when the mixer's off. We just had a hawk come down the canal.
Ah.
He came down there, and I said to Paul, there's a hawk. Then all of a sudden he shot up in that tree down there.
Yeah.
He went up into that.
You alright for buckets now?
I couldn't believe I was short of buckets. You get them in pound hand.
Spot on. So you've nearly finished this section then?
I've only got to do, I always took the post out. I've only got to do down where the wall's showing. That's it then. That's the 50 metre mark. So I'm getting the top on this one hopefully this week. Then I'll start putting the base in along there for the final run. But all the old bricks out the wall, the original bricks that were in the wall. So they don't need much cleaning because they haven't got any cement on them. Because they were put in dry. So it's been a pleasure to use them, to be honest. You know, we're not using old bricks, sort of, you know, bits and bobs. So the whole of this wall here, this section here, has been used from the wall that was originally in here. And there's some stacked up there now.
It's odd that they were put in without mortar.
Yeah, only the top few layers in with lime mortar. So
I gather it's because the water table was higher here, so they wanted the water to go into the canal,
yeah,
if anything.
yes, that's true. There's a pipe being put in over there where Dave's working, and it's an overflow pipe from just before the railway. There's a ditch, and apparently every 5 years we get like a monsoon downpour, and it used to fill the ditch up and run down all the path. So what they've done, they've put a pipe in, so when that happens it'll drain into the canal and not down onto the land. Bill 21.
I'm just bringing this wall back to life, mate. It's I've had it repointed all, as you can see. Then I've got to go into that stone wall there when I finish this bit. No rest for the wicked, Paul.
Well, I was trying to
You remember?
No rest for the wicked. What about them two over there? They're resting.
Well, they've earned the break now, Paul. When we've got compo, we've got to use it up, you know.
Yeah, it's going to be hot, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be very hot. Every time I work on this wall, that bloody sun's on my back, mate. It's done my head in. Well, there was no joints on it, you know. It was like 60 years old and hadn't been pointed up.
Yeah.
So I've repointed it all.
So these bricks were originally here in place.
Yeah, these are original. I just had to put a couple of courses on the top. But I mean, all this was original brickwork.
Yeah.
And then Peter said to me, when you finish that, he said, can you sort that stonework out? But I mean, look at the size of the stones.
Yeah. So those stones there originally.
They're original, yeah, yeah. But I did a dry stone walling course in Yorkshire once, and they normally, you see them big stones, they put the stones on the bottom, you know, as the foundation, and they come up like the sides of a pyramid like that, well, you know. But I can only follow what I've got, so I have to have Adrian to come along with me, you know, and pick the stones up in his bucket. And then I put the compo on. I say, right, Adrian, he puts it in place. I'll go underneath it. He drops it down. And I make sure the stone sits there. But the thing is, they're about a quarter inch out of level, them two at the moment. But I said to him, I can't get them perfect, mate. Bloody hell, they're heavy.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So I'm just hoping when you stand over there, when you walk over there, Paul, everybody's going to know it's a quarter of an inch, you know, between them two stones.
No, I'm sure they wouldn't.
But I'm going to sort of slope it up, look from that point to that point. So it's a gradual gradient. And then hopefully, I say, go across at that level. But all that, I've got to sort all my stones out of all that. And then more than one man can lift. So I shall need three Weetabix like both of them. But the thing is, Paul, once it's pointed up, look, it'll look nice, won't it?
It will.
I've just done like, you know, that section to see what it'll dry out like. And I've used like a very strong mix, like a 2-in-1, so there's more cement. Well, there's a good mix of cement in it because that stone's like a York stone. So I think once you get round to finishing it, it should look half decent. If not, Peter says, don't come again.
I'm sure he didn't say that.
I'm sure he didn't. He just keeps walking past and saying, you're doing a wonderful job. I say, yeah, well. I think he said to me, Peter, originally, I want you to put enough brickwork in here to take the length of 2 long boats. So the longest boat, I think, is 70 foot.
Yeah.
So we were looking at about 150, 160 foot, but I don't know how far that is now. That's a big wall. I said to him, you're going to stop before you get to the Falklands.
Those are all original bricks.
And when we just fetch them out, and they're that good, you could just dust them off with a dust brush.
Yeah.
Let them dry and they're ready for using again. But they're beautiful bricks. I would say they're some of the, you know, because we did that wharf as well, them are some of the best bricks we had on the job. Because the kids from, you know, the young apprentices just come from the college.
Yep.
Well, they started the first section up to them blocks there.
Yep.
And we've taken it on. We don't try and waste anything, Paul, but, you know, we're trying. You know, all these can be used, you know, in the back of that brickwork. Before Billy puts that last course on the top.
Scruffy ones go over the back.
Yeah, we put all the crap in the back and then concrete over the top of them. And then it's ready for that top course. So we try not to waste anything, and I've used like that bit I'm doing there now. I've put some 3/4 in, I've put some halves in, because it's only a back wall up to that bank, so nobody's going to see it.
Yeah.
And now that I've said that, you're going to point it out, aren't you? That was an interesting little job there, Paul. You see that pipe coming in?
Yeah.
Peter put that pipe on the wall for me because there's a land drain comes off the back of there somewhere, and he reckons when it rains, that will run into the canal full bore. So I've set a piece of stoneware pipe because there's a plastic pipe coming out the bank into the bank, and just created a bit of step back brickwork around it. So it's like a bit of a water feature. It's our Japanese water guardian. You wouldn't believe the things you get up to on this side.
Good job I'm not here.
Yeah, and to try and say it with a straight face ain't easy. I should say,
That's a good sized piece.
you know, you got to find the best face. And I'll put a chalk mark out and say to Adrian, right, that's the front.
I'll put my deposit in the shed.
Have you?
Yes.
We charge £5 for the bucket.
Yeah, it's £5 deposit. Don't spend this until I come back. Empty. Yes.
It was empty.
Yeah. Dave, how do you fill the bucket?
The pipe on the side, John.
Where's the pipe?
Hang on, John, hang on. You want to just control it because...
Oh yes.
Hang on, just you put the bucket down and I'll just control the water in it for you.
is just for the gorse that we... Somebody, vandals, on Tuesday night had made a hole in the fence. So we had to fill it in with gorse, stop them walking through. But because it's been so hot, we haven't had any water. Luckily the farmers harvest the wheat.
We planted some gorse
Gorse
in
is in to stop people.
there. We've got to keep it watered.
Yeah,
These are all the little details that people don't know about really, aren't they?
yes, it's the silly little things, because if people walk across a field of wheat and the dogs foul it, the farmer will put a claim in for losing the field because of the contamination.
Who fills up the water container?
Harry or Steve, they come and fill it off and keep us supplied. It's like being in the outback.
No communication. That's a big communication. Hello, Paul. All right, mate.
Paul?
Yeah, we're revealing all this brickwork. This is the original brickwork from 1790s, and we're reclaiming it. A lot of it's in very good condition. You know, it doesn't take a lot of cleaning, just a bit of scraping off. And they come up beautiful. Look at the quality of that.
So
It's not covered in lime mortar or anything like that. It's beautiful, and so they're easy to reclaim and then stack, and then they'll all go in the new wall there. The hard task is getting it out. There's a lot of rubble and compacted soil and all sorts of stuff here that we have to reveal. I managed to remove quite a lot of it with the excavator last week, but the excavator is now being repaired. It needs new sprockets putting on, but when that comes back I shall try and tuck in the side here and rip some of this out. It's just a bit hard on me. I've got arthritis in my hands, and it's a bit it does a lot of damage. So, but we'll get there, little by little. We'll get there, and of course this wall goes on for all the way down to the panniers. Apparently, the boardwalk. You know the boardwalk down the end there. It goes on down to there. So, yeah.
Are you going to rebuild it all the way down then?
No, the 50-metre mark. That road pin with the black and yellow stripes on represents the 50-metre mark from down at the edge of the lock, and that's what Peter wants. He wants the towpath 2 metres wide and 50 metres long, with mooring on for the boats to queue while they're going through the lock and that sort of thing. Yeah, and that will see the job. Yeah, it's going well.
Yeah, brilliant.
We're getting there. What Bill shall do, a lot of these half bricks and rubble he'll use in the base of his foundation for the wall. he'll do a wet mix of concrete and pour it in and use a lot of that rubble to make up the base of his foundation, and that way we do a double job, getting rid of a lot of the rubble at the same time. It's a work in progress. 220 years in the wall, and they come out like brand new, ready to be used again, with very little cleaning on them. There's only a bit of lime mortar been used in a few places where they've needed to. The rest of it has been laid dry. Beautiful, very good. I've got it now, although it's gone for repair. But when it comes back, it can help us a lot, and we can get some real work done, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, very good. They let me have it so I could send off to the insurance, you know, motor. So I went out there. Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Good to see you, and you, Beverly.
Take it easy in this heat.
What?
Yeah. I think as it gets hotter, it'll be time for a gin and tonic in the garden.
I think so.
That's all he thinks about. That's all he thinks about.
Don't blame him.
And then he's got the audacity to put it on a WhatsApp and show me his gin and tonic on the table in the garden.
Gotta be
idea.
done. Gotta be done.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Cheers. Paul. Ta-ra. See you, Bev.